I told you it's a full moon. Like in my car, and I can't get anything done. This little creepy Asian man pulling up on me on his little Tessera with 8 cameras, 9 cameras, I'm not sure. So let's show this parking lot here. Every possible other place to park. He's choosing to pull up on me. This is a harassment tactic by these individuals. So let's go check out the plate, see if I have a documentation of it. Yep, 925. This is 9 kook. Makes perfect sense. In our language, kook means a crazy person. You're a kook or a wacky person, in a fun sort of way. 9 CUK 925. This Tessera tracks me all over Lake Forest, Foothill Ranch, adjoining cities, on the freeway. I see no indication that it's law enforcement. The only other possibility is it's some sort of private contractor or something like that. This is second to the old Caucasian population. The Asian population, the culture, is second largest stalker of everybody I encountered. I haven't done the math on it yet. I'm trying to work on a Excel spreadsheet, and you can see who's been where and how many times, right down to the individual, because that'll be useful in court when I sue these people for criminal stalking, surveillance, harassment, slander, and a whole host of other federal laws that go right along with it, because they're doing it with other people in an organized fashion. This is my First Amendment right to photograph in public spaces. This guy's got a mobile 24-hour or 24/7 spy machine, and he's recording me right now. And that's his First Amendment too. But the only difference is this is a criminal who tracks my vehicle, has access to this telephone I'm holding in my hand, and the multiple GPS tags that have been put outside my car and inside my car, Apple AirTags, because my vehicle's been broken into multiple times. And there's a host of other ways to stalk people, even if you don't have access to those items. So let's get a close-up here. I've been looking for a video to load and having a hard time because I've done a look for specific videos where I have to sort of do a lot of editing. Here comes Loki. This is my Corvid study group. This is a Raven. He's smarter than this guy right here. He knows that this is a bad person. And right now it's amazing what they do. I love this conjunction of these two topics. I studied Corvids for about 15 years, and I see things in them that are just unexplainable. He's territorial because he's, in a sense, trying to protect me from this troll. They warn me about them. They know that this guy is a bad dude. They've seen me photograph them or do a warning call when they're here stalking me. I don't know what the deal is. This guy's pretty older. He looks like he's got balding and a little bit of gray hair, so I'm going to say that puts him in his late 60s, 70s. So that means that he wasn't born here. He immigrated here. And that's just the one thing. I love all people and all cultures. I've been studying world cultures since I was about 13 years old. My grandparents and some other parts of my family have been to China, and other, Japan and other Asian countries. My problem is when they come here and they're entitled. They buy properties, they have money because they have businesses back in the homeland. I actually was living with a woman in Irvine who did just that. She had a son out here who was going to UC Irvine, and she could only be in the country 6 months at a time. And she was working in like the nursing industry. She wasn't a nurse, but she did something in that field. And her husband worked back in Shanghai, and they had a business there. And he rarely came out to see his son in the United States, who was about to graduate. UCI, University, California, Irvine, in computer science. This was back in around 2013, around there somewhere in Irvine. I rented a room for them. They were a lovely family. She always cooked food for me. But my problem is that they come out here and they commit these crimes because they think they can. This guy needs a warrant to track my vehicle and the manner that he's doing and the frequency that he's doing. Men like this also have a reputation for harassing women, especially blondes. Even though I don't consider myself, I'm in my 50s now and I'm still dealing with these dirty old men. And I have one, it's in the, that I'm filing a restraining order on. He drives a car in 712 and he likes to follow me to the bathroom to and then goes into the men's bathroom and does like dirty things and stuff and sounds and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is. He's here meeting people over here, but the parking is intentional. I've called early on when all this was happening, Orange County Sheriff, and they could care less. They're fine with that because they've labeled me as this or that and slander me all over my community, rendering me pretty much useless. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. This is a stalker right here too, watching me film this person. My point was earlier is they don't understand the Constitution. They're here like you can get into the country by buying property or starting a business in the United States, and you never ever have to become a United States citizens or even get a green card. I think it requires like a business visa, but they have no care to be citizens or try to integrate into our society. It's pretty incredible. So I'm seeing more and more move into this area. When I moved here in 2015, I didn't see any of this, even at the library. It's a sudden seemingly surge of immigration. So the only way to hold these folks accountable is to take them to court and file a restraining order, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. It cost a couple $100 for an attorney to do that because they're not going to understand anything else. Like I said, they have no care for law, even if they do understand it. So this is Third Eye Media 112 signing out, and I've been searching for a video to upload today. And I just got one because I'm having a hard time finding these ones from the last couple of days without having to do a bunch of editing. So I'm at the library. This is Foothill Ranch Library. Um, it's a like a suburb of Lake Forest, and it's managed by Lake Forest and the Orange County Sheriff, who also do not uphold the law. And so these types of individuals get away with that, doing that kind of thing. And that's the kind of criminal surveillance that I'm dealing with for the over 5 years now. I've lost residence, finances. My Corolla has been destroyed by vandalism, violence, stuff like that. I'm not saying that this guy's done that, but it's all part of the same thing. And law enforcement just lets it happen because they're a corrupt agency. In general, any state that they're in, any county that they're in, they tend have a tendency to just be, free range cowboys and paramilitary military people versus public servants. And that's my fingers on there, sorry. And that's why we have the trouble we do in so many areas of the law and different people's lives when they engage with law enforcement. And that's why so many people have turned to auditing and First Amendment awareness and stuff like that in other parts of our laws, uh, because it's changing now because it's so easy to track somebody, to download a tracking app, from Google Play and break into somebody's car and chuck a few, Apple AirTags in there, or was it the other one is like Square Guard? That's for Android phones, and also there's very readily available on the Amazon or places like that are these magnetic small tracking devices. Anybody can buy those. And then they share that tracking device with a bunch of other people, and that's what you get. It's called mass criminal surveillance. And that's what I'm dealing with. And you don't have a lot of choices, so I'm bringing awareness about that. And I'm using my destroyed vehicle over the course of 5 years, all the damage done to this car when I moved here in 2015, to get over a near fatal, very vicious illness. And I got to move in with a nice family and start the recovery process. And I made leaps and bounds, and I thought I was going to be able to get back into sports again and maybe get back into my industry, which is like environmental sciences. But then we had a pandemic, and in the middle of the pandemic, this nonsense started. And like I said, it's just astounding. So they need to understand that we still have a constitution and laws, and you just because you feel like it or you think you can, stalk single women. It's not a good look. So, okay, signing out. 13-minute video.